Hello, Collective. It's time for another episode of Two Tones Terrifying Two-Card Tarot Tales. As usual for this show, we're going to be using the Wizard's Tarot by Barbara Moore and the Beauty of Horror Tarot, and as well as the Two Tones Infernal deck to clarify. And I have a spare book here in case we get reversals that one of these books just doesn't explain. So give me a second. We're going to find somebody to do a reading on. So I found one. This guy's name is Kevin McCarthy. You can see him there on the left of the orange monster. Kevin McCarthy. Let's see, who is Kevin McCarthy? Well, Wikipedia, or actually, let's look at what RepublicanLeader.gov says. It says Kevin Owen McCarthy is an American politician serving as House Minority Leader in the United States House of Representatives since 2019. A member of the Republican Party, he previously served as House Majority Leader under Speakers John Boehner and Paul Ryan from 2014 to 2019. And that was Wikipedia's explanation. So what's so special about Kevin McCarthy? Well, one thing is he's a Tea Party Republican. And the other thing is him and Nunes, remember Into the Dark Hole, Devin Nunes? They are scamming the Americans, people, about the January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. So let's take a look at this. This is from the Fresno Bee. Let's take a look at this article. And it says, on February 15th, barely a month after Americans witnessed broadcasts of the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol in which demonstrators busted their way into the halls of Congress, Rep. Devin Nunes of Tulare figured out who was to blame, Nancy Pelosi. Devin Nunes wanted to blame Nancy Pelosi. There's a number of things to blame Nancy Pelosi for, but not this. And the San Francisco Democrat is one of Nunes's favorite targets, and this would prove no different. The Republican joined three other GOP colleagues in sending a letter to Pelosi, the House Speaker, and rallying that she was largely responsible for security breakdowns that allowed the rioters to get into the Capitol, which is just bullshit. So let's fast forward to last week. The House GOP leader, Kevin McCarthy of Bakersfield, did not place responsibility for the breaching of the Capitol on former President Trump Orange Monster and his incendiary words at a rally before the rioting, nor did McCarthy even fault the rioters. As reported in the New York Times, McCarthy said this: "If there is a responsibility for this Capitol on this side, it rests with the Speaker," which I will say I declare bullshit on Kevin McCarthy. Okay, Collective, I've already shuffled these things 3 times. I'm going to try and pull a card out. So we're going to do a reading for Kevin McCarthy. Okay, Universe, what do we need to know about Kevin McCarthy at this moment? And once again, I'm not going to spend hours doing this. So if a card don't come out, we'll have to use a magical die. One more chance. One more chance. It's time for the magical die. Okay, magical die. Universe, please help this magical die give us a good number for Kevin McCarthy. That number is the number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 4 of Pentacles. I just want to say I love Barbara Moore's decks, but they really need to make these letters in white. I really hope that they release new versions of all of her decks that don't have white letters with white letters. This is the Four of Pentacles for Kevin McCarthy. So let's get another card out here for the 2-card terrifying tarot reading. Okay, universe, what else do we need to know about Kevin McCarthy right now? Let's go with this card. What is that? I can't read it because the letters aren't white. So it's the 8 of Swords. Very interesting for Kevin McCarthy. 8 of Swords. So the first card for Kevin McCarthy is the 4 of Pentacles. Beautiful artwork, right? The artist is Mike Jansen's. Amazing artist. And here are the keywords for the 4 of Pentacles. Possessiveness, guarding and managing resources, saving, protecting, and stewardship. Right, so obviously Kevin McCarthy is trying to protect, he's trying to protect Trump from, and all those other Republicans who are trying to excuse the January 6th insurrection and claim it was just a tourist gathering. He's trying to protect all of them. Okay, there's no protecting that. What happened on January 6th was an absolute attack by domestic enemies inside of America. It wasn't Al-Qaeda or the Taliban. It wasn't liberal Antifa. It was these wretched, disgusting, conservative, right-wing wackos. The next card that trader Kevin McCarthy got was the 8 of Swords. So look at that artwork. That's pretty brilliant too, right? Amazing. And what are the keywords for the 8 of Swords? Feeling trapped, restricted, dangerous situation, limited options, helplessness, complex problems. Yeah, definitely. Kevin McCarthy is trapped. He's trapped behind an orange stain of mucus. You can see it right there. Look at his face. Look at the face Kevin McCarthy's making. He can smell that putrid shit coming out of Trump's skin and backside. Look at him. Disgusting. I think somewhere in there Kevin McCarthy really doesn't want to be a part of this shit. But you know what? You what is it? You sleep in the bed you make, something like that. So let's get some clarifiers from the Beauty of Horror deck. So I shuffled it 3 times off camera. Now we're going to pull a card. Okay, universe. I need a clarifier for the 4 of Pentacles for Kevin McCarthy. Let's go with this one. Oh, I didn't mean to pull 2, but 2 came out. So let's take a look at these 2 cards. This card, I think, hit the table first. The 3 of Swords. And this card is next. The Knight of Wands. So these 2 are going to clarify the 4 Pentacles for Kevin McCarthy. Okay, universe, I need a clarification for the 8 of Swords for Kevin McCarthy. It's a lot going on there, huh? It's a lot going on there. I think that's too much. It's too much to deal with. So we're going to try again. I'd like to get some flyers, Universe. I'd like to get some flyers. If I can get some flyers, that would be great. Whoa, something almost happened there. Okay, if we're not going to get flyers, let's do the die. Here's the magic die, and we need to get a good number to pull out a card for Kevin McCarthy. Looks like the number 15 showed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Look at that. It's about time he showed up, because you know he's always hanging around him. The Devil card. The Devil card for the 8 of Swords. So now, collective, we're going to consult the book and get some clear understanding of what these cards mean. So the first clarifier for the 4 Pentacles for Kevin McCarthy is the 3 of Swords. Okay, and it says here for the 3 of Swords, clearly this is one of the cards most people don't want to see in their reading. It speaks of heartbreak and emotional pain, some kind of deep wound. The querent may need to hold on to the suffering for a while before releasing it. So Kevin McCarthy, I mean, look at his face. He's suffering. He looks like a kangaroo swam up his penis, and the doctor's pulling it out. So the next card is the Knight of Wands. So the next clarifier for the 4 Pentacles for Kevin McCarthy is the Knight of Wands. And it says adventure, excitement, a powerful warrior, someone who likes to fight and will take up a cause just for the chance to go into battle. So we can see here that, you know, the sour face Kevin McCarthy's heartbroken, but he's still a warrior, and he's trying to go into battle for Trump and to defend these traitorous insurrectionists, you know. So that's a clarification for that 4 Pentacles there, which is, you know, the miser card. Okay, so he's trying to hold on to whatever kind of prosperity or power he has, which is slipping away from him. You know, I'm surprised he hasn't stepped down. And he's a good actor, too. He acts like he really cares, but he doesn't. And he's changed his tune over and over again. Just look at the videotape of his reaction to January 6th. He's talking out of both sides of his mouth. So let's find the definition of the devil, for which is a clarification for the 8 of Swords. So here is the devil card, which is a clarification for the 8 of Swords for Kevin McCarthy. And the meanings of the devil card are powerful energy, something dangerous yet exciting, corruption, addiction, but also sensuality or hot sex. So if you look at Kevin McCarthy's face, you know, I wonder what's going on back there standing behind Trump. If there's some sensuality and hot sex going on, which would be very weird. Or maybe there's somebody that you can't see who's behind Kevin McCarthy. But anyway, obviously, they're both very corrupt. And Kevin McCarthy's hands are tied with the 8 of Swords there. And they're tied because he's corrupt and he's trying to protect other corrupt people. So, I mean, we're at 15 minutes. I'm not sure if we need to get any more clarification. We'll try really quick with the Infernal deck. Okay, universe, let's get a clarification for the left side here of the 4 Pentacles and the other cards for Kevin McCarthy. Whoa. Look at that. We got a juggling card. Okay, we got a juggling card here. Looks like he's juggling heartbreak. Okay, Okay, universe, can I get a clarification for the Eight of Swords and the Devil? What's that? I'm going to go with this one, since this would have come out first. Oh, look at that. It's a beginning card. So this ridiculous behavior, him having his hands tied behind his back there, is just beginning. So he's juggling heartbreak and he's juggling adventure while being a miser. And he's engaged in some dirty, nasty, hot sex, dirty, nasty, corrupt, hot sex with his hands tied, and it's just beginning. So I think this will do for the reading for corrupt Kevin McCarthy. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.